Thank you for coming in today. I just wanted to...
Thank you for having me.
When are you available to start this job? Sorry, this is an interview right now.
I am available pretty much ASAP to help with Canopi, making coffees, teas, and serving pussy.
There is going to be a lot of serving pussy in this job.
I love that.
Are you aware of what other kind of responsibilities you're going to need to take on in this kind of work? Or
To serve cunts, to serve the PUSSY, and great organising and leadership skills.
Yeah, in the job spec it does say that we look for great cunt. So I'm glad that you've covered that, and then also the pussy as well, and that you can keep it wet. That is something.
Yeah.
That is something that also we really value in our employees. Do you speak Welsh?
I do.
Can you tell us what wet is in Welsh?
Wetty eye. Wetty eye. I do.
Glebe.
Glebe.
IVTV. 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 TV. IVTV.
Hi everyone, and welcome to IVTV, the show where Ivy, do a TV. I am so excited for this episode 3. Can you believe it? I cannot, but we're still here. We're still going by some miracle. I have this week a friend of mine, someone who I'm very honoured to call a friend. Her name is Raven. She is Greek, she is Welsh, she's a DJ. She's performed across the UK, across Europe, and now she's offered to give me some of her own time to speak with me. You know, you might have heard her in the club. You'll probably hear more of her in the club.
No shade.
Maybe we'll get some stories about the club. Welcome,
Thank you, babe.
Raven. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm glad you can make it.
Thank you, babe. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. No shade.
We did a bit of talking beforehand. Maybe that footage will probably find its way into this episode. But, you know, tell me, for you, how is it that you kind of stay motivated during these times? Because I know for me, I have my good days, I've got my bad days. I've got days where it's like I don't want to get out of bed, but I know like I got to kind of push through. Like for you, what is that process of, okay, despite everything that is going on, what is your fuel? What are you pulling on and borrowing on to keep going?
Definitely my community. And I'm just going to say it, I'm not perfect either. I do have my days that like, I feel like I've been out, I've done so much. But the thing is, the important thing is realizing that sometimes self-care is within community. It's not through a lens of like, oh my gosh, I need to get a bath bomb, I need to put a candle. You can do that if you want, but that like, if that is your choice. But I feel like also, seeing the people seeing community is also a form of self-care. And like, for me, when I attend like demonstrations and I see all different people from all different communities interlinking their struggles, because one struggle, one fights, you know, it's beautiful. It really motivates me. Like, that's what really does like push me forward to actually get out of bed and make a change. I always feel like it's really important to like leave, just leave my mark and know that like I really steered. I wake up and I'm just saying like I really want to leave this world knowing that like I really tried to make a change.
Because you were saying as well, like when, you know, you were in a really dark place, that's where you found your strength. And actually sometimes isolation, if you're alone a lot of the time, you kind of do just, you feel you're weaker as well. You can be weaker in that space, and spiral. And I can imagine, you know, like the energy that you're getting from going to a protest or, you know, going to a demonstration, like that is something that is keeping you fueled as well. And you see actually I don't have to just fight for myself. I have other people who are willing to fight for me as well, which is a really beautiful thing. onto a more maybe positive note then. Let's go back to, you know, because I met you at a time where you just moved back to Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, I want to know, like, what was going on with you before that point?
Before me,
Because you were in kind of like Manchester, you were kind of a name about the clubs, you were doing your DJ, and you were kind of, you know.
And then I moved back. Oh my God, this is 8. So I moved back from Manchester, and what was going on in my life? I just came back and I was there like, what the hell am I doing back in Cardiff? Like, I've completed 3 years in Manchester. What can I carry into in Cardiff? Because we're doing Dully at Cardiff. I came home for a reason. I love Cardiff also, and I love the Welsh.
The Welsh.
The Welsh. Divas.
Right.
And
I thought you could say the cock, sorry.
that too. I moved back to Cardiff, and I really was there. I was a little bit lost with it, like a little bit. I didn't really know what I was actually what I was like doing, because I finished from a graphic design degree, came back. I had a lot of like, I was in art school for 3 years. I was really like inspired, but then coming back, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's a little bit overwhelming. I need to like go, like I need to navigate and start like working and start like doing like my graphic design. So I was just doing here and there like freelance work, and it was quite like, it was okay. It wasn't, there wasn't that much going on. But it was like I was like was networking with like radios, and so, like if they wanted like any like artworks for like producing like artworks for like music and stuff like that. And I did get some opportunities, but then 2018 I went through a time that it was just like a lot of people when they come back from like uni, they're like, I don't know what it's like living the real world, and they're like trying to exist and trying to navigate through life. And I'm really like, that was what was going on a lot, to be fair. I was very confused, didn't really know what to do. And then Lone Worlds came along and I met you, and you kind of like, you really like helped me. I feel like the like workshops that we did, there was...
The one that nobody came to.
Yeah, but I feel like everything's a lesson. Like I feel like there was like exhibitions, there was the Welsh Ballroom Community one that we did. We had a lot of drinks in flutes.
Yeah.
We had a lot of...
We go for afters,
It was like the afters. We had...
And all our meetings were in the pub as well, to be fair.
And a meeting in a pub is fab.
It is good. And flute's very queer friendly.
It really is, yeah. Love flute. I haven't been to flute in time, have you?
I think it was a couple... I had a date there.
Oh, how did that go?
Yeah. So, tell me more about... I know. Oh, God, my dating life, that is...
Same.
I think maybe it's a trans thing. Who knows? But we met through a mutual friend. We got introduced. I remember I met you. It was in... Was it in, like, Waterloo Tea or something? I remember, because you had your little mini... You had your
mini, Olive.
And and I remember you gave me like a lift home, and that was so sweet. And I was like,
protecting
you just like, I know, you just brought me into your car and just like, and I'd only just met you like an hour before.
The one thing about me, I'm just making sure people get home safe. You know? That's the most important thing too. Like, it's making sure that people like, that you like got home safe. Yeah, we met through a mutual friend, Christian.
Yeah, you had your bandana on.
Yeah, I really did. And
looking very Y2K. You had like a whole...
It was interesting. Yeah, it was like that time of my life. I was just there, like, felt like I was just covering myself. Like
a pirate.
I was, yeah.
Jackie Sparrow.
I did love like my pirate music back in the day. So
we met through Christian, because I remember I was kind of looking for people to connect with, like other trans people, non-binary people. And actually, I was introduced to you through like your work and your graphic design, because what we knew was that you had this amazing attention to detail, and you were incredible with like putting things together.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I just went to your Nosweithia Vogue, talk about putting something together. I love to see. I mean, I don't know. I think hearing you talk about the graphic design stuff, I don't think that's what you were meant to do.
I agree with that, to be fair. Like, honestly, I feel like lessons learned, I went to uni, but I feel like I had no regrets because I went to uni and I actually learned that I loved music through doing graphic design. And even like my gallery and my what's it called, the degree show. Yeah, when I did my degree show, it was based on music. I made like a music magazine when actually I also produced my own vinyl, pressed my track on a vinyl and created my whole degree show based on music. So I knew that I was always tapped in with music. I love music.
That was where your heart was. What was your, like, growing up as a kid, like, what was your introduction to music? Did you have, like, certain music that you really vibed with?
I used to listen to a lot of Greek music, but, like, in my mum's Jeep on cassettes. And, yeah, my mum used to have this fab Jeep that you put the roof down and literally, it was so fab. I literally was living my Greek fantasy, being there, like, just, like, putting classic Greek like pop cassettes and and then I just like fused like Greek music in with like British music and tried to like I felt from a young age I really do I feel that like I merged a lot of my culture between like Greece and Wales and like Britain but like all of Europe, all around the world, because music is just like political and it's like you get to like explore so many different things, different cultures and experiences and like form of like rebellion, resistance, like emotions through music, because each track, each frequency like speaks something, and yeah, it comes from the soul, from the like heart and the pain and the joy and all the emotions. That's why I love music. Music is just a form of telling a story, even if it doesn't even have lyrics in, you can feel it from the bass. You
want to dance to it, you want to I love, like, I mean, I've seen you DJ a handful of times, but you up in the decks and then you have complete control over the people in the room, and you're kind of creating this space, you're facilitating a space for them to be in touch with themselves, to enjoy, you know, the environment. And that for me is like, I can imagine why you love it so much.
It just makes me happy seeing people like come out together and being on the dance floor and, you know, just having fun and enjoying themselves, and seeing, like, as a DJ, I'm just like seeing people where they're like moving also, and they're like, oh, you're moving there, okay, that's fab. You're feeling a little bit low, let me amplify the track, let me zhuzh it up, let me do that one, and that I do, you know.
It's knowing also, I think, what people want.
It really is. You have to really like trying to gauge with what the crowd is like feeling, and sometimes that is a lot of pressure for like the person that is like pumping the beat. It's just that like you really do want to like make sure that you don't want to steer the crowd out. You want to bring them with like harmoniously together, and then dancing and then moving, and then yeah, you have to really like continuously being like looking up, looking down, mixing. It's fab. I love it. I really do.
What a beautiful thing. And it's like the responsibility of that, and you having that responsibility. I mean, I see that in other areas of your life as well, you know, and that value in dance of like freedom, valuing freedom. And obviously that comes through with your work, with activism. I mean, it's beautiful to see you standing by also Kwabena and that friendship, and seeing how you really are a great advocate for other people. And that is something that I think is very inspiring, and we need more of people who are leaders, who are going to actually, but it's not leading by, it's almost, I think leadership, people have a confused idea of, they think, oh, to lead is to be the one who's like standing there doing everything. It's actually, no, it's like
the hierarchy,
you're taking a step back, and what you're doing is saying, I'm leading by being an example, and then saying, okay, but here,
I definitely
let me share this with you.
Totally. I definitely think at the time that we're in now, it's important to not just be organisers, because a lot of people can be organisers, but it's actually using your organising skills to come together for people to learn how to be a leader. And that is, for me, like what I've like learned is like how to like better myself to like lead like protests, or like help like lead in like certain times that other people might not, like it's taken a little bit of like ownership, but like actually bringing people together to like better their skill sets. And I think having leadership skills is really important at this time, and especially again with the rise of the far right and the like discrimination. It's like, how are we need to get good leaders to get organised, like,
and also
forward.
To stay in work. I mean, you know, you're someone who I've never known to be really unemployed. You've always had projects going on. You've always been working. You've always been a hard worker. And I think as trans people as well, I, for myself, sometimes feel as though it's so important for us to get qualifications, for us to get knowledge, to get skills, because we're so often not offered those opportunities and we have to work extra hard.
100%.
You know, so that for me is really, really, I see that in you. Are you a Gemini?
I'm not a Gemini. I am a cusp Taurus Aries.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what, you got like a bit of a Gemini thing going
I have
on as
Gemini.
well. There's a bit of Gemini.
I'm like, well, I'll just say that I'm Taurus. I don't. It's
You're Aries. You give me Aries. You're so impulsive.
I'm a fiery diva, but I'm a stubborn bitch. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, there's no.
Yeah, like, you know how stubborn I am.
Yeah, you just don't. But you know, you're like one in ear out the other sometimes.
Literally, I'm just like, well, it's just. Yeah.
But
I'm just paying it sometimes, you know.
But you, I think you do actually. I think you really have those times where you really can resonate with someone, and actually you've been a really great listener as well. And you know, you're someone who can just. I think you can play all the roles and you can do all the different modes, which is
multidisciplinary artists.
And yeah, and we need that as trans people. We need people who are going to be the exemplars, who are going to be the people who are actually saying, okay, let me help build opportunities for people who maybe don't have the confidence to go after something, because you think, oh my God, like, am I going to be accepted in a workplace? Am I going to get that, you know, apprenticeship or that whatever?
Yeah.
Because, you know...
A lot of the time I just say, like, self-employment, though, I've probably, like, this year, no shades, but, like, corporate jobs... And like I'm trying to find like something like that. Like I really realized, no shit, that I'm not a corporate galley. No, but like I've probably done over like 500 applications, and every time I do mention that I am trans, because I want the job to actually include like represent diversity. But every time it's like jobs unacceptable, not unacceptable. And what's the words I'm looking for?
Reasonable adjustments.
No, it's just like that I didn't get the job. Unsuccessful.
Unacceptable. Which is unacceptable. Like you fucking
it is
should
unacceptable.
be It is unacceptable.
And it's like, why are you not representing the dolls? And I was there like, fuck this. I'm creating my own thing. Like I'm gonna go self-employed. I'm gonna create my own lane and bring people that like celebrate. We resonate with the same values, and bring people unite people together to like move together, that see me for who I am, see like the hard-working girly that I am, but then I also see it in them also. Like we unite and do projects, and yeah, like this world is for like living, and that is what I'll do. I'm gonna be serving, yeah, just like you.
And I like that rhymed. And in the corporate spaces as well, I mean, I had experience of it. I was in a corporate job recently for the last year, and I was like, you know, I was the only trans woman, only trans person in that office.
And it's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot, and there's a lot of masking, and there's a lot of having to contend with. You walk into a room, you don't know who your allies are.
Literally, yeah.
Who are the people you can connect with? For me, it was the people who were black. in the room, the people who were brown, the people who were... There was a solidarity there in kind of the othering, because they were experiencing it in a completely different way.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
And that was nice to have that. But it still, being the only trans person, it was difficult. And then it's like, you know, I don't really think that there's a lot of like training being put out there for people to learn about LGBTQIA+. It's like, it's very much...
I always say that they put it in their policies, but I feel like they don't actually go through the policies to like actually like train people more, because I feel like there should be like more, like, there should be more, not even, I feel like people just like see us for who we are and stop discriminating and just employ the dolls and celebrate the dolls, and like don't like have this whole taboo of trans people, like, or like black and brown people. Like, stop it. Like, we need to stop the discrimination. We're here to like, we're all literally, or we are floating on a rock. So why are we hating on one another?
This section is called What You Saying.
What am I saying?
So I want you to tell me what you saying. What is something that you are absolutely obsessed with at the moment?
Gilmore Girls. I actually love Gilmore Girls. I've only just started watching it. No, what am I obsessed with? Recently, I have been just generally.
It could be a TV show. It could be
okay.
whatever.
Let me think. No, but I am watching Gilmore Girls at the moment. Gilmore Girls.
What's your fixation?
Fixation. Okay. What does fixation mean?
Like an oral fixation.
Oh, what am I?
Okay.
I feel like I'm fixated on becoming.
Becoming?
Yeah, literally that. I'm fixated on becoming, and that is elevating, becoming like an elevated version of
You're
myself.
upgrading your Escalade the next time you act naughty.
Yeah. Well, I feel like men at the moment, no shades, are just like interesting. Dating as trans, like as a trans woman, is interesting. But like, I don't know about you.
I'm fixated on why is my Hinge, the people who have liked me, all a bunch of mingers. That's what I want to know.
Why am I fixated on this guy that shall not be named trying to call me 4 or 5 times at like 1 a.m. when I've explicitly said to them no?
Who is this? Do I know? Do you know what? That's what I think about is, do the girls... Do you have a conversation with Ali about this? Of like, have you ever had the same guy?
Yeah, the community trades.
Because I've never had like a guy that I've had like a hookup with, but I've never really spoken about my hookups or like shown my hookups.
Okay, fair.
But like, I wonder if the same kind of guys dip in the pot. But I get weird. I had a few weeks ago. I had probably in 4 days consecutively a different guy message me from like late night.
If that's
the booty.
Is that when you were in Osweighty Vogue on Heaven is a Place on Earth? You literally put like a story up about Heaven is a Place.
Oh no, knocking on heaven's door, and they were knocking in my DMs. Yeah, that's what I said.
Literally, they're always. I feel like they're always knocking.
Who's the current guy?
Who's the current guy?
That's trying to get in your thingy.
We had a couple of dates in summer, and
Was he white?
No. He's like.
Did you meet on Field?
Did I meet on Fields? Where did I meet this diva? I think it was on Hinge. Yeah, we met on Hinge, and then we got exchanged numbers, went on a few park dates in summer.
Park dates. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of park fun.
Better in the summer than the winter. I
yeah.
I had a guy that I think every single time we go to a different park.
Love that. You explored all the parks.
We did. I did a whole tour of Cardiff.
Cardiff parks.
Do you feel as though it's hard when, you know, some of your experiences as a trans woman with dating, it can be very negative. They can feel like there's a lot of pushback. You know, managing those experiences and yet still not allowing those experiences to define what you can open yourself to in future, and not allow these experiences to build these negative beliefs around relationships and dating. And then also to look at, I think for me, what I found really important was to look at my role in those situations, because I think for me, I had to take some responsibility for what I was allowing to go on, because I was needy, I was desperate, I wanted someone who could love me, I wanted...
I don't think that those are like what you want. That's what you like want, but I feel like you shouldn't feel guilty. You should have no shame, babes.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's the pressure of like dating.
But
Like I
looking
feel like
in the wrong place. I think I was looking in the wrong place.
don't go
definitely.
looking. Just feel that energy, the frequency next to you.
But that's the thing. I think I'm now in a place where it's like I'm happy
Love that.
being single, and it's weird because it's like,
fab,
especially
right?
when,
I love being
and
single.
I think it is hard when you see all of your friends in relationships, because you think,
Yeah.
oh my god, am I doing something wrong? But actually, if I take that out of the equation, I'm actually like,
You're really like
Okay.
You're like fab. You're like really proactive. You're like being
Yeah.
out. You're like babe. No shade. You're doing so much.
I know.
And keep blossoming. Like I feel like never let a man define you,
no. And that's, but that, do you know
Never.
what? But
or a girl, or a non-binary, or whoever you want to date. No shades.
But trans women are specifically, there's a vulnerability there that I think does tend to get preyed upon.
Yeah.
And I think that ultimately the dynamic, the man has that power in the situation, so really he has more of a responsibility in terms of that dynamic, you know, because a lot of trans women are just, we need to be like looked at with like, almost like we're glass.
Yeah.
In a way, we're very fragile. There's a fragility. There's a vulnerability there that I think, like, you know, should be protected, and we should be given that care that we so deserve, and that kind of love, and that real sense of respect. And you know, I've definitely in the past allowed in guys who have not met me with that kind of respect that I've wanted for myself, but also that I necessarily didn't have for myself. I think my relationship with myself fed into the relationships that were coming into my life. It was like a bit of like a mirror,
Yeah.
you know?
I think sometimes also, what I also say a lot of the time to men do just sexualize us, and I feel like they just, as from my experience, that like I've had like experiences that like I message like someone, but they literally just want just fun and that is it. But they don't like, they want, for me, like I really rather like have a meaningful connection first, instead of just being there like, oh my god, let me just explore this and throw them away. That's like how it feels, and it makes me feel like
Dirty.
not even like, but like there's nothing wrong with like, I don't know, it just feels that there's nothing wrong with that, but I just prefer like a meaningful connection, you know? I really like resonate like with like more of like a meaningful connection before I actually see and date someone. But I feel like a lot of the people, maybe it's just the people that I'm speaking to, no shades, where are the good ones at? Like, it's like, I do feel like I'm just there like a girl that they literally just want to like have fun with once and that's it, never like see me again. And they can just say that they've experienced a trans person. Yeah.
Or keep you kind of in a certain space. I think for me, it's like definitely that thing of like, yeah, you're either like a one night stand, you're kind of like a hookup, kind of that's how you're perceived, or yeah, you're kept in that casual space. I think it's like, especially with like straight guys, you know, I've kind of had this thing of like, oh, they just don't see themselves maybe in a relationship with a trans woman, you know?
Yeah. I also feel like straight men are really just interested, just like what is literally in between my legs, and that's it. That's literally it. But like
fascination.
they are very fascinated, but I'm just like, it's PUSSY.
I think now it's like I'd honestly rather be like a fucking celibate virgin because I've never had sex.
Never had sex.
No.
Are you asexual?
I'm tight as a kite.
Ooh.
But no, I'm not asexual. You know, I just...
Nothing wrong with it.
But I think it's a thing of like, I don't know. I tried a casual thing recently and I was like, oh, I don't know. I think, like you're saying, I'd rather just lead with that respect, with that friendship, with that sense of, you know, really being clear about intention.
Setting boundaries also. I think boundaries are so important.
I think it's just like, as I said before, I just think I kind of was taking whatever I was given.
Yeah.
Without really having a standard of...
That was me in summer, girl. I was having so much fun in summer.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like mindfully being there, like, let me just note in different things what they're doing.
And how did you feel? How did they make you feel?
Great.
But then, like...
Oh, but back then, when I was
Yeah.
on summer, well, the one person, but who was treating me like fab, but like, yeah, now, not so much. Yeah, like I don't really like... I've set my boundaries being there, like I don't really want to like talk about like what's called them just because they just want to just take advantage and disrespect. Yeah.
Maybe you want them to take advantage.
Maybe.
I've got a segment called Poison Ivy. So we're talking basically about a time that you're in like a toxic situation. Maybe there was a toxic person in your life. And you used that difficult time as an opportunity to grow. There was something from that space you were in that you were able to find a lesson in that and flourish and learn from it.
I love this. Okay. To be fair, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to actually... It was recent. Then in the last like 2 months, I had a big falling out. I was living back at home. Had a massive falling out with like my dad and my little sister, and it was kind of very don't really want to say the like words, but like it was like a little bit like emotionally, and yeah, it was like abusive. I'll just stick to the word abusive, and it was very a difficult time to like navigate like how to like protect my safety in a sense with my dad. And I am really open to talk about it. I feel like at the moment, like I really have like processed. I feel like I am still processing it. But like in that moment, I knew that I had to get out. And literally, I was there like, right, it's time. I need to protect my safety, my own like survival. I'm like over the discrimination. Maybe this person will one day heal, but like his trauma is not mine. He can like take accountability. Like that poison is no longer going to be a part of my life. Like I wanted to like take a step forward. So like I was there like, I just need to get up and leave. And like that I did. Girl, I got out, and it was just nice to like actually like now feel like so much more lighter, because it was like constant. It was like a heavy like feeling, and I've like moved out. I'm like living with amazing housemates. They see me for who I am, and I feel like it really does, yeah, it really like guides me to like realize that for that was, I really feel like I should start that again.
No, it's fine.
What was the question? The 3 points that you said?
No, it was about basically, yeah, what's the situation that you've been through, that you've just been toxic, or it's been, you know, a toxic person, but you took that opportunity to learn from it, to grow from it, to move through it, and you know, you're talking about obviously the relationship with.
Okay. It's like how to like move forwards with it. It's quite a big subject.
Is it like?
Do you think it's too deep?
No. But like you've created space now. I'm assuming from that situation. Do you think maybe that space will allow you to reconsider the relationship, or do you feel as though
definitely feel that like I will reconsider the relationship, but that is if the person is actually doing work on their ends. Like there's nothing for me to like work on my end because I'm living my truth. I'm a trans woman and that ain't changing. I'm moaning and I'm taking my estrogen, darling. And that is what I'll do. I feel like, yeah, continue taking my estrogen and moan. But I do feel like it's like I've made it really clear that they need to get therapy, and once I see evidence that they've taken therapy and that they've made progress, then I can take that reconsider. Then I can reconsider whether I do want to rebuild that relationship, or if I don't, I won't know until those times.
They have to meet those conditions.
Yeah, it's my boundary. It's my very firm boundary.
And obviously you were talking about how, like, you know, there was a lot of fear around kind of cutting them off and making that decision for yourself. I mean, was that kind of like, it's interesting how like sometimes it is the things that we're most afraid of doing that actually the thing that we need to do.
Literally. It's actually taking that step. And I think that's the most important. Like sometimes it's following your gut instincts. And whenever like your gut is telling you, just do it, just fucking do it. Like get out and like live your truth and live your life for like who you are, because life is so short. And honestly, it's like sometimes it really does pain me that like it took me this long, and it came to this like point, but I did it. And you know, I feel like I'm in like I feel really safe. I'm really like content. I've left the community that I'm like, the community really do like steer me. A lot of my like trans siblings, you help, like you guide me also. Like I hope I guide you and like motivate you. A lot of like just like every day like that I like meet new people and like have conversations, and like I always say, if people are bringing a better version of yourself, then like stick around with them. But if they're not, like not cut them off officially, but like have a conversation with them. And just like there's no harm in having like a challenging like to having like a debate and like ask them why. But like why, like I want to see the best in you, but why wouldn't you want to see the best in me? Because, and then if they're not here for it, babes, there's like 8 billion people on this earth. No shades, there will be people, and it's just, you just need to like continue moving forwards and really take ownership of your life, because your life is to exist,
and bring
the joy,
and have people around you that bring out the best in you as
Period.
well. You know, you want people who aren't taking from your cup.
Yeah.
And it, you know, you feel as though they're actually adding to your life. They're not, you know, draining you.
Yeah.
That's important. I've got a segment. It's called IVY though. IVY though.
IVY though. Okay. Fair.
And it's like, why is this even a thing? Why is it a thing? I don't understand.
Okay.
Ask me, Ivy, why though?
Ivy, why is transphobia still going on?
See.
Why is transphobia going on, girl?
I wanted to address something on this podcast. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of people, hateful people in comments, not on my stuff. I'm blessed with love and blessed with support, but I see it elsewhere on posts that are trans related, of people of higher acclaim than me. I'm just a humble tran. But saying, you know, we're not women, we're not this, we're not that, etc. You know, these like, a lot of it is other women. And it, you know, I just say what I say to all those people. No, I'm my own kind of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the tea, really. And it's a tea that you're clearly lacking. But I think it's important that it's funny that while these, and also to be quite frankly, there's a lot of gay men that are spouting this same kind of rhetoric. And I just think it's ironic that a lot of these girls and gays
The butch queens. Some butch queens.
a lot of the girls and gays that are basically vomiting this stuff, I would just turn to that gay person and be like, yeah, would your gal be there for you like 30 years ago? Back when you were being called a pedophile? Look at that language and then look at where trans people are now and look at the demonization that trans people are facing. And then for you to say that, you know, we have our rights, that we have, you know, safety. Yeah, maybe you do, but, you know.
They're coming for you next.
You'll be next. Just consider that. CBA.
There's some like butch queens that are very, I'm gonna be real with you.
It's
like,
butch queens, it's lesbians, it's straight women, cis women, like whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and the butch queens and the but not all lesbians.
Yeah. But like the lesbian, I love the lesbians.
There's a very vocal minority that unfortunately of women that are gaining traction and that, you know.
Especially the TERFs, no shades, like there's a lot, like there was like a demonstration in Port Albert like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, but we have our right to our opinion. It's like, you know, an opinion is, should I wear this jacket or should I not wear this jacket? You know, oranges or apples. We're not an opinion, we're real, we exist. We're not, you know, up for negotiation here. Just something to consider.
And that's that.
Transphobia is rife and it's only gotten worse because I think that there's been a lot of like enabling, especially within the media, where it's kind of like being passed on as this thing that is up for debate, that is up for discussion, that, you know, it is, but there are two sides. And it's like, hold on a fucking second. No, there's fucking not. There's like what's right and there's what's wrong. There is like hatred and then there is what is on the other side of that. And to what purpose?
Liberation.
To what purpose? You know, because they want to protect women's safety. I say this as someone who I am aware that women every day are being murdered, attacked, violated in their own homes. Mostly, like I think it's like 80% is some crazy fucking figure of all of the violence against women that actually is being perpetrated by their husbands, by the men in their lives, whoever that is, family members. It enrages me that like trans women are having that passed on to them, that we're the ones perpetrating violence and that we're threatening women's safety. It just, for me, is completely, it's a falsehood.
It's vile that like we're being portrayed as that. Like, honestly, we're here to just, like we're here to live and just like be free, you know? But I've also got Ivy. I've got another. What was the?
Ivy, why though?
Ivy, why are we not doing the Real Housewives of Cardiff?
We could do that. Do you know what? I was texting with Deity.
Yeah.
The other day, and I think I shared her, and she was like, "Oh
she
my
would
god,
love to
like
come
why
on the
have we
podcast,
not
I
done?"
think.
Do you know what? I'm gonna
She's
Deity.
found.
I'm gonna get you on, love.
Okay.
She said something about doing like some sort of like reality, like trans all T girl reality thing, and I was
That
like,
would be fab.
we could do that. We could do like a housewives thing, you know. We could have our little, you know, Amsterdam dinner moment. You know, let's not talk about the husband. Let's not talk about what you want out there.
Remember, the ring didn't mean a thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The
Whoa,
ring-
whoa, 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 whoa. Sweetie!
The ring didn't mean a thing.
You would be Kim Zolciak.
Yeah, that's me.
Hurry up now, don't be late. I'll meet you at the gate. Would we have to create our own personas if we did that?
Well, we already carry our own personas, but we bring it to different...
What's your tagline?
Serve pussy, can't. That's my tagline. Yeah, serve pussy, can't.
Mine has to be something to do with Ivy.
Ivy TV. Ivy TV.
Yeah, just Ivy TV. It's a banger, isn't it?
It's such, such a good, like, beat.
Chapter's own Chris Young.
Yeah, Chris, you carried... like so talented.
He's an angel.
Yeah,
he's a baby.
I do miss him.
He's a baby. I know you're missed.
When where?
But I know that
the chapter.
Yeah, you are missed. You
know the chapters officially in chapter Arts Love You's down, but the chapter has got another chapter. So that chapter
closed.
Officially.
The book is closed.
But you know what? The people, I can reopen the chapter and see the people and really relive the life. The next chapter tells another story. So keep moving forward in unity.
Absolutely. And, it's just to know that there is solidarity out there. It's amazing that, you're able to take Nosweithia Vogue into these spaces, that you're getting these amazing partnerships. You're bringing people, though. Nosweithia Vogue, tell people more about this, because you're getting people from, like, London coming down. You're getting people from, like, America that are coming to this thing. Like, what?
Not in my functions, not from America, but maybe soon. You never know. But Nosweithia Vogue is a ballroom OTA, which means open to all kiki function. And it's a place where people can walk different categories like Vogue Femme, Runway, realness, if you're like a trans woman or a trans man. It's like body, sex siren, and it's basically you walk the floor, get judged, and battle it out until you win. But also, if you're stepping on the ballroom floor, make sure you learn your history and realize that where it started from. It's really nice like getting people like all together. I feel like after the Supreme Court ruling, it was really that was crazy. That was a time this year, but like literally a couple of weeks after the Supreme Court ruling, I literally was there like, I'm putting on an OTA called Trans Excellence, and because trans people are excellent and we're fabulous, and it was in honor of all the trans women, all the trans men, and all the non-binary people that like face discrimination after that ruling. So it was really nice to get people all in the same room. And yeah, the last one was the Black Excellence edition, which was for Black History Month. And we had, it was gorgeous. It was an electric vibe. How did you find it? It was your first ever function that you went to?
Yeah, literally. And it's like, it's kind of shameful that I haven't been to any ballroom events.
Well, it's great. You show up when you're ready, and you came and carried.
It was great. And I really just wanted to kind of go and observe and just kind of immerse myself in it. I had like a very little intention of walking, and then Hal was egging me on, and then the category was realness.
And realness.
I think that was the
real you are,
which
Diva. Yeah. Real, we're both are.
We're both real.
We're both real. That's us.
But it was beautiful, electric, just to feel in a space with people where you can just breathe. Mm-hmm. I think like we need more of that, and especially like you're saying, Supreme Court ruling, as trans women, as trans people, we need those spaces now more than ever. As why I set up Lone Worlds in the first place was to create a space for queer people more broadly to have access to things and events that weren't necessarily about getting fucking fucked up every night.
Yeah.
It's ways in which we can connect and cheer each other on and be there for each other. But yeah, I'm just, as I've said before, I'm really proud of everything that you're doing, and I'm so excited to see what's going on next with you. I've got one more segment before we wrap up. So I've ripped off this one podcast, which will go nameless, and what we do is you answer a question from our previous guest,
Love.
And then you leave a question for our next guest.
Interesting. Okay.
So the question we have from our previous guest is, if you were a species, what would you be? And would you be...
Like an animal?
Yeah.
Okay,
Any kind
animal.
of species of animal. And would you be domestic or wild?
Okay. I want to be... Oh my God, that was so cute. Okay, no. I want to be... I would say I want to be a dragon, a serpent, and I'm definitely wild because fuck domestic. That's that. Yeah, and what for the next person? What do I have to like?
And then you've got to give a question to the next person.
What is? Interesting. Do I know what the next person, who the next person is, or is it just going to be random?
It's for the next guest.
It's for the next guest. Okay.
I mean, you know who the next guest is, but we can...
Oh, okay.
But say it as if you didn't know.
Are you taking me? Are you taking it back to the day, or are you voguing in a femme way? That's my question. Are you taking it back to the day, or are you voguing in a femme way?
What does that even mean?
It's ballroom code. Is that the person ballroom coded? The next person?
You're using your meta knowledge to...
Basically, are you voguing? Are you taking old way? Are you voguing as old way?
I need to write this down. What is this? Sorry.
Are you voguing? Wait, the quote that I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you taking it back to the day, or are you voguing in a femme way? Yeah. So basically, no, they won't know.
The old way is... Oh, yeah. Can you explain the difference?
So old way is very line, like math. It's like very. It started with old way, so it's very like line based. It's where like one of the first original voguing like performance categories, and it's literally it's very line hieroglyphics, like when they're holding like poses. It's very like structured. Voguing femme. It's something feminine it cans. Oh wow. Yeah. So are you voguing down in the old way, or are you doing something feminine it cans? Are you taking me back to the time capsule, or
the Egyptians?
Or can I change my question? Are you taking me back to the time capsule, or are you voguing in a femme queen
Ancient
way?
Egypt. You could be Egyptian. You've got like a bit of like a
Everyone
Cleopatra.
says that. I love that. Well, Cleopatra was Greek, you know.
She was?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe you were Cleopatra in a past life.
I'm Cleopatra in the past life.
What's this? She got bitten by an adder. Did she kill herself?
What the hell's an adder?
Sorry, unalive herself. An adder is like a snake.
I'm really... Oh, I love a little snake.
Her and Mark Antony.
But the thing... I don't actually... I'm really bad with Greek mythology. It's not even mythology, is it?
Mythology.
Cleopatra is not mythology.
No, she's real.
She's fucking real. What about if she's the doll?
Aphrodite.
I swear Aphrodite is doll-coded.
Aphroditties.
No, literally. She is lying on a rock in Cyprus. Well, she was. But on... Oh my God, what's the rock called?
That's where she was...
Yeah, she was. Aphrodite is such a doll-coded woman.
Didn't Zeus
She's a lady of the day of the sea.
Didn't Zeus spunk in the sea and that she came out of the spunk?
Yeah, she blossomed and then landed on a rock and was there like, all that spunk. Yeah, it's fab.
You would be Aphrodite.
I'm so Aphrodite. Maybe that could be my ballroom name, Aphrodite 007.
Oh my... You could do it. No, you're. I feel like you're so Raven. I feel like that's so Raven.
I'm so Raven.
It's a future she can see.
Yeah, that's me.
Serious to me. Yeah, that's me. Where, Raven, can people find you? What is your Instagram, your TikTok? How can people, uncover the wonder that is your work and what you do?
Basically, all my social media handles are at... I have to do it backwards, right? No, at...
No, we don't. I don't know. It's just
So no, at Curated by Raven. So yeah, Instagram, SoundCloud. I put on a new mix and I'm doing a series called Becoming Frequencies, and it's talking about my trans rights. And yeah, you should all give that a listen on SoundCloud, but Curated by Raven. And if you do want to follow me on TikTok, yeah, Curated by Raven. All my handles are Curated by Raven. My RA, Curated by Raven. My Insta, Curated by Raven. Even my email address, curatedbyraven@gmail.com.
We are doing a job share.
What is the job share?
We're going to be sharing that job with someone else.
Don't worry, I'd love to work alongside someone.
It's going to be with our next guest.
Who?
You'll have to find out next time on IVTV. I'll see you when I see you.
IVTV.